Good morning, everyone. I am Psychic Medium Jaime.
Spiritwalker Nicole, good morning.
We are Shades of Spirit. It is a beautiful Monday morning here in San Diego. What did you say the weather was going to be like?
77.
That is crazy, right? We just got back from a trip to Big Bear this past weekend. And for me, it was about breathing again. Connecting, right? It was about allowing ourselves to be in that space of just not having your phones on, not having to worry about if the dishes got done, not have to worry about deadlines and schedules. Got it. We're having a little technical difficulty today. First of all, well, there's a chat box. She's talking to me. I know. Olivia's chatting with me. We almost didn't have the show this morning because the power was out in Seattle. So that is, it's always a good time here. But this morning is going to be our last Monday morning show. So first and foremost, you guys, if you're used to tuning in and seeing us on Monday mornings, guess what? We are shifting time slots, and I'm really excited.
I like this time slot and I love our viewers and the fun and energy that they bring to it. But this is going to be like a different vibe, a different shades of spirit. I'm excited about it.
So it'll be every Wednesday, you guys, at 5 p.m. So for those of you that are driving home from work or you're getting dinner ready, pop us on, pop your headphones in. I like to watch people live when I make a dinner sometimes. So I'll have people that will pop on live. And so I'll just click on it. We're going to still be doing readings. We're going to be talking about different topics. I'm really excited for what's up and coming. We just did a brainstorming session with Art by Ashley T, which you guys have seen her on our Facebook Lives. She is our psychic artist, just beautiful artist in general. And LaShawn with Luminous Path with Love. We all came together yesterday afternoon when we got back from Big Bear. And I think that was a good spot to do it in, as a time where we just could decompress.
Well, it's nice because there was no, usually when we get together, it's like a Facebook Live. So there's always that sort of pressure and timing, and certain things have to be done by certain times. And this was just, let's sit down, get together, have a little bit of food, and just talk.
I love it. The pug is snoring this morning. And so we're actually going to be putting some new things out there coming into March as well. So when you tune into our first show on Shades of Spirit on Transformation Talk Radio and our Facebook page, they are going to be joining us. And we're going to make the announcement of what we're creating, what we're moving forward with. We love your guys' ideas as well. So if you have show topics that you're interested in, it's all about being new and fresh and having these cool ideas and being able to do that with you guys. Today, this is a show for readings as well. So I just felt like Spirit was really hounding us this weekend about that, what you call it, spirit check-in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just getting back to the roots, back to what we do best. Because we always have a topic that we usually talk about and we're always kind of going somewhere. And sometimes it's nice to just put that to the side and just do old fashioned readings.
So I want to pull a card to jumpstart it for the collaborative today.
Mm-hmm.
And then before we go to break, we'll talk about some cool things we have coming up in the next month or so. And then, we'll get to some readings as well. If you guys would like, go ahead and throw your name in the comment section of Transformation Talk Radio or Shades of Spirit and let us know that you would like an oracle card reading. We will tune in with your spirit teams and we will give you the message that you're kind of looking for. Well, this one flipped right over. So out of the deck today, we have pulled, and again, this is a beautiful card. It's about peace. It's about bringing ourselves into that space of oneness. And that's something I know for myself I have not been doing lately, is putting myself into the space of oneness and connecting. We were talking last night about when was the last time one of us meditated.
It was weird because we've just been so busy.
And yet it's one of those fundamental things that we talk about often. And we take for granted sometimes that these connections can just happen for us. And at the same time, we're not evolving and growing in that pace that we want to be sometimes because we are so bombarded by day-to-day activities. So the card that I have for all of us today is this beautiful card, and it's trust. And I'm wondering how many of you right this moment are having some type of barrier go up around that trust, and understanding that if we can trust spirit, if we can trust our angels, if we can trust the path we're on, if we can trust ourselves that we're moving in that direction, how many of us are holding too tightly onto the ego side of what life brings us? And when we do that, we're not able to trust. So the message on here is, they have a quote, which is what I love this deck for. And it says, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all barriers within yourself that you have built against it. And that's from Rumi. That gives me the chills, because that's exactly what my spirit team was bringing in for all of us right now, was that it's looking for those barriers, not blocks, you guys, just those walls that we've kind of put up, but we can move, right? With the thought process, with trusting ourselves, with allowing the ego go, and that we will build barriers up in order to not move forward, in order to protect ourselves. And I know that we've both done that before. And what's a barrier you've built in order to protect or shield yourself from something, someone in life?
Oh, that's a good one. I wasn't expecting that question. I don't know so much of a barrier, but when it comes to trust, I've learned to always trust my gut. Now sometimes do I not listen and then, disaster strikes? Yes. But I always, when you do that gut check, when you trust it as I do, I know like right and wrong, and I know which way to go. And it's just a matter of trusting that gut instinct and doing what I know is right for a situation.
That's the big part, is trusting that gut instinct. Well, that gut instinct comes from our solar plexus. So opening up that chakra, making sure that that beautiful yellow light is spinning within and housing our center, our core, our being in that space. The message to all of us today is, let the walls down. I am with you. Flaunt your need to give and receive love. Let it be your strength. The injustices of the world are like grains of dust against a mountain. They have no impact here. You are strong, ever strengthening, confident of the love that surrounds you. And that is allowing ourselves to release these barriers, allowing ourselves to trust that even if we don't feel loved by others at times, sometimes we will make ourselves go into that shell and we start to feel alone and we want that connection. It's about opening back up to that love portion, that self-love, and being able to move forward. It says, delegate a task, resist interfering, bonds strengthen through adversity. Confidentiality builds confidence in yourself and others. Turn to reliable, steadfast, proven responses for people you know. And then I want you guys to think about this. Now, we are doing readings, so if you want a reading today, give us a shout out in our comment section. We need your permission, of course. We never want to do this. It's free will. And that might be something we'll be talking about in the next segment as well, as free will and destiny, and how
Free
that all
will versus destiny.
how that plays together in our own lives. But I want you to think about this affirmation. It says, I have confidence in sunshine, starlight, and love. I trust in dawn, twilight, and peace. Love and peace are constant and present as gravity. The invisible forces stretch across the universe, binding life with their soft golden touch. I feel their presence surrounding me, holding me in their safe and gentle hands. I am home. Now, home can be anything for us, right? For me, being at home is being at peace within myself. It's having to trust. It's having to be vulnerable from time to time. And so that is the card as a collaborative card for everybody today on this beautiful Monday morning, is to trust yourself, trust what's going on within. So before we go to break, let's talk about a couple of the things that we have coming up. And then Diane, I've got your comment in there, B, so you will be up for a reading when we come back from break. Our release and intentions is this coming Friday. I can't believe, first of all, this is the end of February.
I know.
This is going to be a cool workshop because it's about procrastination. We've been doing these workshops for years and years and years. I started these out close to 5 years ago, and it's something we do every month.
And they're different every time.
Every time. You never know. Like,
Nope.
we allow spirit to kind of take over. I don't write to the outlines of the workshops until the day before or the day of, because spirit's like, all right, these are the people showing up. This is what we need to get out there. But procrastination seems to be something we've all had an issue with. It's been a barrier for a lot of us because of what's gone on in the world the past year.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we're locked into this pandemic. We're locked into, you know, constantly being on our phones and being fed stuff from the media and the politics. And it's just been to the point where we just kind of were like, when it happens, it happens, you know? That's not going to work for us. So we're going to stop the procrastination, because that way, when we remove that barrier, we can move forward with our intentions and manifesting and creating, which is awesome. Plus we have a full moon coming up. I think it's the 27th. So we're going to be harnessing that full moon energy. We have our sacred circle on the 7th of March. So it's the first Sunday of every month. That's probably going to get switched around. So if you're interested in a spirit check-in, let us know. We've got some openings left for that. That starts at 4 o'clock. What do you like about the sacred circle?
I like it's small, it's intimate, it's you're guaranteed a reading, and it's pretty cheap. You know, if you get two mediums, and then even some of our students that jump on, they always like feel compelled, and which is awesome to, with your permission, to give you some readings and what they're getting for you. So you get a lot for a little, which is nice.
And you get that like one-on-one time with your spirit team as well. So if you have questions, bring them to the sacred circle. If you're just open, let us know you're open. If you're looking to hear from a loved one, let us connect. And you get like everyone gets about a 15-minute reading out of this, and it's $25.
And
And we
there's a
don't.
theme. There's a theme that usually
Yeah.
emerges from each circle that you didn't see coming.
I know last month we ended up helping someone, you know, move past some energy within herself, and an energy on spirit side as well. And that was something we've never done before. Then on the 20th, we have the Angel Connections workshop. So if you're into angels, you want to learn more about angels, Spiritwalker Nicole and LaShawn are really going to be working on that with us. And we're really creating something to where you can start to understand the angelic realm. And if you know the basics, join us for this workshop as well, because we're going to go into higher classifications and phylums of the angel realm. That's $40. You also get a angel card reading from me as well with that. So after this break, we're going to start our readings with Diane B. If you want a reading, put it in the comments on Transformation Talk Radio or Shades of Spirit, and we will see you after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Psychic Medium Jaime.
And Spiritwalker Nicole.
We are Shades of Spirit, and we are, you know, excited to be able to do our last Monday morning show with you guys. Those of you that do tune in, we will be moving to Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be really cool to get the vibe of that evening show. And then the next day, you guys will see us on Eye of Soul Radio as well. I will have that going. And we're going to be giving you two different dynamics on those back-to-back shows. So make sure you tune in. A lot more readings happening. I know that, you know, a lot of us are still looking for guidance and direction and have questions, and it's going to be really interactive in these evening shows. I know we all haven't had our cup of coffee at 8 a.m., at least for those of us over here on the West Coast. But like, let's all get together. Let's make sure we're tuning in. That's on Transformation Talk Radio and Shades of Spirit for those new time shows, which is going to be fantastic. And Eye of Soul will be actually every Thursday now instead of monthly. So it won't be every other week. It'll be every week. So if you guys don't have enough of us yet, we are coming for you. We're doing readings today. We're kind of talking about connection. We're talking about how we can all kind of bring ourselves back into center. And the card that we pulled for the collaborative was trust, and trusting ourselves and allowing ourselves to let down some of these barriers, to become vulnerable from time to time, to let the ego go. And we're moving into, you know, the procrastination as well with our Release and Intentions workshop we're hosting on Friday at 6:30. It's a Zoom workshop. And it is about getting us to get up off of our butts, people, and move and start shifting the energy, because nothing is going to happen if we are not being proactive in it. So for Diane B, I see that you were looking for some information on finances. And what was interesting is at the break, I was tuning into your energy. And, you know, first of all, thank you for being, you know, a longtime follower here and really being part of the family of Shades of Spirit. And with that being said, they had me get the energy book, because finances, money, abundance, it all relies on where our energy is. So I thought that was interesting, because I have decks out on my table and I had to turn around behind me, as you can see, and pick out a different deck. And the card that I pulled for you, Diane, is Time Machine. And I found that very interesting. Number one, the card is number 3. So it's about alignment for me. The 3s to me mean alignment. You know, you can Google angelic numbers and the 3s. And, you know, I do back all of what that has to say, but I always use this for myself as alignment. So they want you to start focusing on the number 3 as well, because it's going to be a sign for you. They're leaving you breadcrumbs. And I know that you're good at following messages from spirit and connecting on that level, and they're trying to reach out to you. But what I found interesting in this card for you is that they want you to start tearing down any past issues with finances, with money, with abundance, right? Sometimes we'll go through life and we've got it, and sometimes we go through life and we don't, and we're trying to build it back up, or you're going for goals, and they're letting you know that it's time for you to tear down any other barriers surrounding the financial aspect of your life and moving forward. So they keep showing me like you keep trying to step off the curb, and you're not quite there. And then all of a sudden your foot comes back on the curb, and they're like, what are we waiting for? Look both ways before you cross the street and see that opening in front of you and go for it. It also says that as we develop new stories in life, we build on those old foundations. I love this. Repair them when we can, or tear them down to begin again. And this gives me the chills. So your spirit team's coming in really strong right now. And they're saying it's time for us to tear down those old thought patterns. It's time for us to get to the root of what it is that we are seeking. It's listening to your spirit team. It says you have a magical map with which to navigate your current circumstances. They're showing you writing. So I'm not sure if you're writing things down or you're making lists or what's going on, but they want you to write it so you can visually see it and get it out of your head to be able to move forward. It says, ask yourself, in this situation, what can I learn from those who came before me? What traits can I emanate in order to move through this challenge with wisdom? How can I build on what I already know and integrate in this understanding? And what might I do differently? And so what they're talking about with that card for you is that they need you to backtrack a little bit. They want you to see it from a different perspective. They also want you to look at it on top. What are you laughing at?
Well, I'm laughing because you haven't seen my card. And just a quick reminder, as I'm looking in the comments here, if you guys get anybody that is saying to message you for whatever DMs, or just don't fall for it. Shades of Spirit, we do not solicit readings. And we don't condone anybody like our little friend Alex on here that seems to want to do that. So don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Higher thought is the card I got for her,
For Diane.
Yeah, which is all about just like what you're saying. I mean, these cards coincide, and it's about moving your thoughts to a higher, more positive place, and taking us out of that negative perspective, like finding a new vantage point to really look at things differently than what you've been doing, and look at the whole picture and just move into that higher thought and perspective.
So that's the biggest part is, looking at it from that different perspective. Do the overhead view. Look and see where we are. I don't want to say lacking in the financial part, because they're saying you're pretty sturdy, right? And I know that you want to move forward. And they keep showing me dollar signs, but also numbers. So relook at the numbers of what you're trying to move forward with, and kind of create a almost weekly plan of how you're going to get there as well. But I am seeing the alignment happening, which is that 3, which is fantastic. So continue to look for multiple 3s. The more 3 you see, the more 3 you see. The more 3s you see, the more in alignment you're going to be with your higher self. And when you're in that space and you see those 3s, acknowledge it and check in with your spirit team. What were you thinking about at that moment that you were able to see those 3s, whether it was 3:33 on the clock today, or a license plate, or the number 33, right? Check in with yourself, check in with your spirit team. And they really want to urge you, Diane, to check with your gut, lead with your gut, because a lot of times you have a tendency to almost second guess or hesitate is more of what they're showing me. Again, kind of with that curb part of it. And they want you to lead with that gut and lead with that in order to move forward. But it's opening up like it is. It's kind of that lotus flower that's slowly opening up for you. And it's really, they're showing me spring, May, June is going to kind of be where that opening is. And I'm going to leave you with that. All right.
We have Nicole. She's asked for a reading.
Nicole's asked for a reading. Let's do a card for Nicole before we go to break, and then we'll take our next caller. We have another caller as well. Awesome. So let's do, you know what, Nicole, that's funny because I have the heart deck. So I want to see where we're going within with you here. Let's check this out. Chills. Feeling alone. Okay. Is this the Nicole we know? Yeah. Okay. So will you find that for me real quick? And then feeling alone. Okay. So right now is the time where we just said it's time to trust. Now, if you see this, Nicole, she's standing on this hillside with her lantern and she's looking into a house that's lit. And it's that perspective of feeling like she's not in her own space, that even within her home, she feels alone, that she doesn't feel like she belongs. They want you to be part of something again, is what they're saying. They're actually wrapping me in like what I feel is a blanket of wings. And for me, that's the sign to continue to trust your angels and invite your spirit team in for guidance and direction, that you're never alone. And that goes for all of us. It's a very important message for today, is you are never alone. They're wrapping you in these wings. They want you to feel that energy, but it's time for fresh blood, if you will, to come into your life and to help motivate you and to move you forward and propel you. It says lack, abandon, insecurity, and support. And it says true love and emotional support may seem lacking at this time. So you're still in this cycle. You're still guessing what it is that you're going to be doing. And that true love and that emotional support just still isn't there. And it's really starting to wear at you. It also says this card suggests periods of feeling lonely or abandoned. You may think that no one understands you or your needs or even cares about you. Perhaps someone you turn to for support has deserted you or hoped for a love that has rejected you. Your insecurities may rise to the surface to overwhelm you at this time. All that you desire may seem unattainable. And that is the may seem. It says, don't let your confidence be shaken. Stand tall, stand true to who you are. Know that you love yourself within, even on those days where we don't feel like we do. Well, we're going to have to go to break in a second. I want to finish this part, and then I want you to stay with us because I want to finish this reading with you, Nicole, when we come back from break, because I know Nicole over here has a card for you as well. It says, these lessons and everything, and you know that this difficult period is only temporary. Your spirit guides and divine support you. Talk with them about how you're feeling and what you need right now. So showing of those wings and wrapping you and enveloping you is very key for you. It says take some time out by doing something for yourself each day and reconnect on that self-love level. So Nicole, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have Spiritwalker Nicole do her reading with you. We've got more comments. We've got a caller. We're going to be doing readings for the next half an hour. So you guys stay tuned. We will be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shades of Spirit. I'm Psychic Medium Jaime.
And Spiritwalker Nicole.
We are doing readings today and just connecting and understanding that we are all in this life together. And so when you're hearing somebody's message, I want you to think about it for yourself as well, because there's always those hidden messages.
Oh, yeah. Spirit takes that opportunity. If you hear a word, a phrase, a number, if we're talking about giving somebody a reading and we're talking about the red car their grandpa used to drive and yours drove one too, and that hits you, that's not a coincidence. It's not an accident.
There are no coincidences in
No.
spirit land. So we are going to come back to Nicole to finish her reading. Usually when we do this, you guys, you get a little reading from myself and then you get a reading from Spiritwalker Nicole. And it was very important for us to come back to her after the break because the card that I had pulled again for you, Nicole, was feeling alone and being able to step out of that space and start reconnecting with you. And that's, when was the last time that you've done that? And on the next note, what was the card you pulled? Because I love this new deck we have.
Well, we went to break, and the card that she got was take a break. So, yeah, there's that. And this card just talks about, this is from the Work Your Light Oracle Cards Guidebook. And it's one of my newer decks, and I'm really enjoying it because it's beautiful cards and the message behind them. And this is just all about, it's about, if you look at your life as work all the time, it's you miss stuff. And it's about taking a break, enjoying those little hidden moments that sometimes we miss when we're so busy on that treadmill of life, going. And one of the things in here, it says to be in the moment and enjoy where you are. Take a breath, regather your mind, body, and spirit. Recalibrate, appreciate, and celebrate. Decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you are not going to miss out. Perhaps you have just completed a big project, manifested something significant in your life, released an old way of being, or just been burning the candle at both ends. Now is the time to take some time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. And I know that's going to resonate with you because um, you're so busy creating, and it's always the new thing. And it's for you, it's when just knowing you, it's always like a accomplishments and achievements, and you're killing it. And so I think this is a spirit's reminder, just okay, let's make sure we celebrate those things too.
It's key, people. Celebrate the wins, even if the win was that you got out of bed in the morning. I felt so disconnected for so long that sometimes those are the wins of just getting one foot in front of the other. Not the fact that I have to pee, but just the fact that I need to get up out of bed. But then progressing that and reminding yourself of your self-worth. And we're going to leave you with that, Nicole. Okay, it looks like we've worked out our kinks. So I would love to take our caller, Olivia.
Yeah, let's see. We've got Carrie from California. Carrie, you're on with Psychic Medium Jamie and Spirit Walker Nicole.
Hi. Can you
Good
hear me?
morning. Yes, we can hear you.
How are
Yay!
you?
I know. And it was so funny because Nicole's reading resonated with what I was feeling. And I said, oh, maybe that was my energy because I got skipped accidentally. But anyways, it did. You were right. You're right. Sometimes other people's readings do resonate. It exactly happened with me. Hold on one second. So I was wondering, basically, I'm going through a repetitive thing with my spouse. It's some dishonesty on his part. It's nothing very, very major, but it really bothers me. And are you there?
Yep, we're listening.
Hello? Okay, wow.
Hello? Yeah.
So attentive. Yes, and so it really, the dishonesty bothers me very, very much. 15 years in, and it's nothing major, but it still really triggers me. And I'm pretty much over it, and, I've become somebody totally different in a good way where I'm not so dependent on him, and emotionally I have shifted, so it would be easier for me to detach at this point. And I have a feeling that there could be something that another partner out there that I would resonate with better and be more compatible with at this point. And I just wanted confirmation on that, or maybe not. I don't know.
First of all, it's that trust card, right? So there's multiple message for you today to listen to, and that is trusting and releasing those barriers. You're moving forward, and they're talking about you've made great leaps and strides, leaps and bounds in your progress, in your moving forward. And so to take that as a win, that your spirit team is noticing that. What's interesting is that I pulled a card from the angel therapy deck, because before you started, with what was going on, they said you need a dose of spiritual therapy, if you will. And you're right on track. It's listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. So they want you to continue connecting. They want you to kind of go back within, do some meditation, because you are hearing and you are following the path that you're meant to be on. That the trust part of it for you and the mistrust that's happened, not only in this current relationship, but from others in your past, is definitely something that we need to start letting go of. And I know that we can move forward and we can say we've healed from that or we've learned that lesson, but that energy will still carry within us. It can also go down to ancestral karmic energy that we hold from our ancestors and from, what might have happened in their own lives that we carry and move forward with. And so they're talking about releasing, letting go, being able to see clearly. The blinders are off now for you. And that goes not just with your current partner in life, it goes for everybody around you. And listening to that intuitive side, it says your angels want you to know that you're always receiving divine messages, even when you're not noticing them. Most of these messages come through your physical and emotional senses, as your body's extremely sensitive to subtle energies. You're very intuitive. You're very strong when it comes to noticing these and to stand in that power and to continue to grow that as well. You've received this card because you've asked a question that your body has already answered through your emotional and physical feelings. You know the answer. You know what you want to do in life. And you have a very strong male energy that just popped in. And he's like, do you fully believe that you deserve to be lied to, even if it's the smallest things. And they're talking again about self-worth. So no wonder that kind of connects with Nicole's reading of bringing that back in and finding that light, because this one is very much protective of you. And he's talking about it is time for you to definitely finish standing up in your own space, standing in your own skin, being vocal about it. And he goes, you deserve nothing less than pure love. And if you're not feeling that, and if you're being misguided and misled, then maybe it is time to go within and see if that's really what you're in alignment with, or have you learned those lessons and are you ready to move on? What do you have for her?
Well, I think the first thing I just want to say, and this is just for me, this is not from Spirit, but it's, if the lies are, if he's willing to lie to you about little things, that's concerning as far as if that's okay, what else is okay? The angel card that I pulled for you out of the Ask an Angel guidebook is the time card. And it has a lot to say, but the thing that really jumped out at me is says, if you have found yourself wishing your time away, believing that everything will be better when blank happens, it is absolutely time to snap out of it. Nothing will ever happen if you keep your head in the future instead of the present. Tomorrow never comes. All you will ever have is now. If you can't do it now, you will never do it. There will be no hand coming out of the sky to make all of your dreams come true. You must snap back to the present and make your own dreams come true right now. Only then will you find yourself exactly where you need to be. And I think that's that's powerful, because it's like, taking your partner out of it. It's like, how are you going to allow yourself to be treated? Check that gut. And, you talked about your trigger. Those are important. They should be important to your partner, even if, it's the way they brush their teeth or something. It's just like, it's the little things that matter. And if we're lying about the little things, the bigger things are probably going to be an even bigger issue. So it's time, to start really looking at things and seeing what you're willing to deal with.
Absolutely. And we will leave you with that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You as well. We have got a couple minutes for a break. So we have got Brianna wants a card. Lisa wants a card. Who do you have over here?
Sonya wants a card.
All right. We've got 15 minutes. And let me tell you, we are really good at knocking out these readings, and we have a caller. So when we get back from break, we're going to take our caller. But I do want to touch on, Victoria asked about 9s and 8s. We just did a numerology workshop, which I love numbers. I love watching the faces of people who take these workshops with us when it starts to click in those aha moments. The 9s and the 8s, Victoria, is about balance. Okay. It's about spirituality. It's about the infinity sign. So the 9s are your balance, and they're keeping you in check. That's what's happening is that your spirit team is keeping you in check to keep you in balance, because you are still fluctuating from learning the spirit side of things to the human aspect of it. So they're bringing that together for you for the balance. And then your 8s is faith, karmic energy, spiritual awakening, enlightenment. So again, they're right on you on the same things, because you're on track. So you guys don't worry about it. Sometimes if spirit keeps hounding you and you're getting the same messages from multiple mediums, which happens from time to time, I'll get someone, they're like, I've had this reading before, and it was like a year ago. Well, guess what? Your spirit team is still on you to get this done, or to move forward, or to be re-empowered, or connect with this loved one. And they have the same messages, because it's not that we aren't listening, because I know that you are, but it's the fact that you need to hold the faith, and that what you're hearing is actually what you're supposed to be doing. So the balance card is keeping you in check, or the balance number. So when you're seeing more 9s, you're going to know you really need to pay attention to your own energy. And then that 8 is the infinity sign. It's about you connecting. It's about you being one with yourself and moving forward in that direction. They're telling you you're on track. I don't know how else to put it, woman. You're on track with what you're doing. The 8s are also about service to others. And that's also something that you're moving into. So they're just validation for you. You guys, we are going to do more readings when we come back from this break. We still have openings for the Release and Intentions workshop this coming Friday, 6:30 p.m. It's only $10. We have our Angelic Connections workshop. Again, we only take a certain amount of people per workshops, because we like to keep them intimate. We like to be able to interact with you guys. That is on, what did I say, March 20th. That's the Angel Connection workshop. We got our Sacred Circle on the 7th. We've already got people signed up for that. We do keep that small, because each person gets an individual reading, and those are only $25. And you can go to our website, shadesofspirit.com, to book a reading with me. I have a reading special for 1 hour. It's only $75. I want to put that out there so that I can start connecting with people who right now in a financial, our world is not financially secure. And so I want to still be able to get readings to people or guidance, connect with your spirit teams, whatever that might be. But you can book all of that through our scheduler on our website at shadesofspirit.com. Check us out. We will be right back after this break for more readings from Spirit. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Psychic Medium Jaime.
Spiritwalker Nicole.
We are Shades of Spirits. With our last Monday morning show, you will be able to see us next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for all the cool things that we do, along with IF Soul Radio the next day at 5 p.m. as well. So you get 2 days of us. I know, so exciting. All right, I want to jump right in. We shortened our break because we've got so many of you that want readings. Let's go ahead and take our caller, Olivia.
Yeah, we've got Judy from Ontario. Judy, you're on with Psychic Medium Jaime and Spiritwalker Nicole. Judy? Hey, Judy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey.
Good morning, Judy. How are you?
I'm hoping to get knowledge or feel. Every time I eat, my system doesn't work properly.
Got it. Yeah. Oh, we're here, Judy. We're here. Are you having like acid reflux or? I feel pain.
My neurotransmitters don't work properly in the brain.
So it's about.
I've been diagnosed as Parkinson's.
Oof, I am so sorry. That is what's going on in there. Have you ever had any energy work in conjunction with working with a medical professional? Any type of Reiki work done?
Yeah. I'm a Reiki master.
You're a Reiki master. So are you doing this on yourself as well on a regular basis?
Honestly, no.
Okay, so that's the first thing they're showing me. Now, again, we are not doctors, we're not medical professionals, but on the spiritual side of it, on that healing aspect of it, we're both Reiki masters as well. And the first thing they're showing me is laying of hands. And so it's that self-healing for yourself. Maybe find someone in your community, whether it be distance or on person, to be able to help you work through that energy. It wouldn't be a bad idea to also maybe have kind of that shamanic Reiki experience as well to kind of pull some of this energy out. It is an imbalance is what they're showing me. And that the frustration for you is starting to really take over. And they would just like all of us for just a minute to send Judy some healing love and light if you're open to that, because I can feel your frustration and I can feel where you just are on that wit's end of what's going on with your physical body. And they want you to remember to continue connecting on the spiritual level, because when you are in that spiritual mode, you are feeling more empowered and you're feeling better as well. That is what they're telling me for you right now is like the first step, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
And then definitely call in Archangel Raphael.
Yeah, always call in those angels. Archangel Raphael will always be there the second you call him in, and let him do his work. You know, he can help infuse you with that healing energy. And they're talking a lot about breathing and not focusing so much on the bad stuff, and try to kind of shift that perspective.
And we hope that you start to feel better. Please tune in with us. I'm sorry?
My feet and my legs, they don't work properly after I eat.
It's definitely, you know, part of that is the energy part of it. So I would definitely look into that as well. We wish you all the best. We thank you for calling, and we're going to leave you with that right now, and then definitely let us know how things are going in the future. So thank you so much, Judy.
All right.
Perfect.
So next we have Sonya Banger, who wants a card or a reading on her current relationship. And I pulled out one of my favorite decks, which is again the Ask an Angel. And this was funny because it's about conflict resolution. And it says, if you're experiencing conflict with another person at this time, in order to heal the situation, you must see this person as a reflection of yourself. There may be something you don't want to look at in yourself or your life, and this person has now become a reflection of that. It may seem that you are in opposite states of mind or in opposite places in your life, but if you can see beyond the surface issue, you will be able to see what it is that this person is reflecting within you. Then you can take action based on a higher truth. I like that card.
So what's the message? I mean, spirit sometimes is quite literal, which is pretty interesting about how they really do connect with us on that level.
Well, and oftentimes in relationships, that there is that reflection, and you see yourself. I mean, there's a reason that you are with a person or attracted to that person, and then sometimes when you see like flaws or faults in them, it's really just your own, and you're just noticing them, and then it's always a time to go within, look at what's going on, and if the current relationship, if the question is, well, should I be staying in this relationship or not? Obviously it's an indication of trouble. And it's about going inside and examining everything, yourself, the other person, how they make you feel. Or is this good for you? Is this a toxic relationship that you're holding on because you don't want to be alone? Or do they make you feel good? Do they bring out the best in you? When you're around them, do you feel valued and loved and worthwhile? And so that's what I think.
I like it. Okay, so I'm going to do a card for Johnny.
Johnny.
Johnny, hello there. How are you? Okay, so for you, I picked out, which was interesting, the Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards. And I pulled the Raphael card for you, and it's the communion card. And it's about that inner connection. It's about some of the inner healing that needs to continue. I don't know how into angels you are, but if you would just entertain the thought that these archangels are out there to help and support us and to be able to bring us into different spaces, depending on which archangel we're using. To get the Raphael card, obviously Raphael, we all know as being the healing angel, the one that comes in and can help kind of clear energy out so that we call on if we're not feeling well. I use him a lot if I have any type of, injury or headache on that level. But they're showing that you are going through a transitional phase as well. It says right here, know that source is within you. So whatever your belief system is, that is within you. It's ever present and all wise. So some of the decisions that are coming up for you, they want you to reconnect on that soul level and really hit that gut instinct and feel what it is that you're supposed to be moving forward with. It also is talking about feeling the joy within your heart again and allowing yourself to continue that healing process. Now, it gets hard for me to breathe and my chest tightens up. And for me, that is definitely a sign of being able to speak your truth. And it's not necessarily within my throat chakra. It's in that heart center, that self-love, finding the true light within you, finding that insight that you're looking for, and that no one else has those answers, which I know you know, but connecting within that source, that power within to be able to move forward. You are a very strong energy. You are a very, I want to say big light worker. That doesn't make any sense, but like this light within you is really coming out now. And I feel like you've got a lot of questions of just shifts in perception, what's going on within being in alignment with yourself. And they're talking about go within, work on some of that inner healing, release some of that energy in that chest center, and allow yourself to start living and feeling more joyful and more connected as time goes on. And I'm going to leave you with that.
Awesome. I have Sonya Villanueva from Tampa.
Tampa, hi there.
I wonder what the weather's like in Tampa.
I know.
Her card, Sonya, I got from the Guardian Angel Reading Cards guidebook, and it made me laugh because I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the show, but we talked about procrastination. And so it's basically your angels are coming in and it's just like a big, just trying to motivate you, like to just whatever it is, whatever the situation, don't wait, don't procrastinate, jump on it, take advantage of the opportunities. And that's what the thing we were talking about earlier, as well as free will versus destiny. And it's just like we talked about, destiny gives you these opportunities and it's up to you to take them. Like that's your free will. Do you want to take them? Do you want to seize on what the universe is giving you? Or do you want to just let it pass you by, procrastinate, wait, whatever it is? It's talking about at times of procrastination, we can experience a lack of focus and clarity. your mind can become muddled and confused, and time can become your enemy. It talks about being easily distracted, accumulating clutter within your home and workspace, and just lacking the energy to get things done. And it's just talking about look at everything, look at the whole situation, and see what you can proactively do. What steps, and don't wait, don't jump on it, or do jump on it. Don't wait.
Do jump, don't wait. I like it. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. When we do our shows in the evenings as well, we do the same type of format. We're going to be spicing it up a bit, that is for sure. Lots of readings happening, lots of connections. You can book a reading with myself for $75 right now is the special through March. It starts right now until the end of March. That's a 1-hour reading. You can book that at shadesofspirit.com. We also do double medium readings. So you'll get Spiritwalker Nicole and myself. We also have that service on there. We're Reiki masters. We have all these cool workshops on our Facebook page at Shades of Spirit LLC as well.
And we have a very exciting project that we can't talk about yet, but it's coming up, and there's nothing like it out there.
The reveal is going to happen next Wednesday at 5 p.m. And it's going to be, it's something that we have not seen. We've been searching and searching for it to make sure that we're not duplicating something. So it's an original Shades of Spirit idea. It's bringing more people together, being able to show you guys, some cool things out there and what we can do when we work as a group, which I absolutely love. Again, we've got the Release and Intentions workshop this Friday. We've got the 7th is our Sacred Circle. The 20th of March is our Angel workshop. Look for more stuff out there. We want to thank you guys for the Monday morning slot, and we will see you next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Have a great week.